Blog Talk Radio.
Everybody, and once again, welcome to another Soul Sister show with myself, Anne, and my host, Sue, who is my soul sister, and therefore we call the show Soul Sisters. Well, today we have Thursday, June 18th, and we are a live call-in show, so give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. If you are an international caller, please dial +1 before the number, and all of you remember to press 1 on the keypad on your device to be placed in queue and talk with us live on the show. And join us, ask questions, or why not get a free mini reading live on air. And as I said, I'm Anne, coming to you live from Stockholm, Sweden. And on today's show, we will talk about angel numbers. We did a series on angel numbers, actually. I think we are on part 4. Sorry for that. And if you want to listen to past episodes with angel numbers, you can find them at scrollsofthesoul.com/past. scrollsofthesoul.com/past. And on today's show, as I said, we talked about angel numbers, what do they mean, and how can you interpret them. Part 4. Plus, as usual, we take your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. And we are live calling worldwide radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S. and Stockholm, Sweden in Europe. And you can always listen live and text chat with us during the shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. It's all on the same page. Or why not give us a ring? Now is a great time to get your spot in the queue. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and if you want to talk with us live on the show, press 1. And on today's show, we talked about angel numbers, what do they mean, and how can you interpret them, part 4, plus your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. And if you want to listen to past episodes with angel numbers or any past episode at all, you can go to scrollsofthesoul.com/past. And we are the show that discusses Akashic Records, soul realignment, healing modalities in general, because that's what we are passionate about, but we also love to talk about any and all spiritual topics. And we are always a live calling worldwide radio, so give us a ring at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and if you want to talk with us live on the show, press 1. And we are very proud. We have listeners in 21 countries all around the globe. That's really fascinating. And thank you so much for entrusting us by listening to us, calling us, interacting with us. And also, if you want to You can always listen live and text chat with us during our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. Scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And you can visit us on YouTube. Just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, please subscribe. And on YouTube, we have full past episodes from this year and forward, and we also have some small videos that are showing upcoming episodes. Now, let me bring on my co-host for Soul Sisters, my beautiful Soul Sister, Sue, all the way from Arizona in the U.S. Hi, Sue. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just hot. It's a little warm here.
Yeah.
Compared to you, who's having some warm weather too, right?
Yeah, I know you're teasing me right now because actually in Fahrenheit we have 73. That's nothing for you. And usually that's nothing for me if I am in Greece, but now I'm in Sweden. I've been here for a few months, so yes, I'm sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be getting 115, so we're getting into the boiling hot time. But the good part will be we'll also get some amazing storms out here too, because this is the time where the moisture starts coming up from Mexico. We get some really cool a lightning show in the sky. So I guess we can exchange one for the other. Yeah.
So everybody, once again, I know we have some callers in the queue already, and we are going to get you in some time here. But there's still room, so now is a great time to call in for questions and free mini readings live on air, or if you have anything that you just want to ask about in the spiritual arena. So get your spot in the queue now. Call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and remember to press 1 if you want to talk with us live on the show. And if you'd like to connect personally with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And of course, you can always go to scrollsofthesoul.com, where you can find out past episodes, upcoming episodes, so the energy of every Thursday. And there's a lot of things in there, actually, that you can have fun reading. And before we move on with today's show, I know that my beautiful soul sister wants to recap about what last show was all about.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting one. That's one we chose to talk about a couple documentaries that are out there. One of them being Out of Shadows, which is an absolutely amazing documentary. It basically speaks about things that you weren't really aware of. It's an eye opener. It goes into the mainstream media, Hollywood, and some of the behind-the-scenes kind of propaganda that we always knew may have existed, felt something was there, but couldn't quite put our fingers on it. And this particular one gives an immense amount of behind-the-scenes information. Go ahead, Ann. You were going to say something?
No. I'm just posting the links in the chat room to the documentaries. It's one movie and a series, so it's really intriguing things.
Yeah, it is. It's I would definitely say go check it out. You can go on our site, Scrolls of the Soul. You can check it out on ours. Ann is posting it up in the live chat.
Yes.
And then the other one that we discussed last week was Fall of the Cabal, and that is with Janet Osbard. I can never say her last name correctly. And hers was a series of 12. And she has some really interesting information as well. And both of these two really kind of complement each other. Hers, she has it where it's broken down. I think is that 10 videos, Susie? I want to say.
Yes, 10.
Yeah.
10 of them.
Or you can watch it. I think there's one in which you can watch all of the videos combined. It would be about 2 hours. It's another enlightening one I would suggest if you're looking for things that are going on around the world that we know intuitively are happening but can't quite put our fingers on it. Janet does an excellent job in showing you things that have occurred around the world behind the scenes. She talks a lot about human trafficking, media manipulation, a whole bunch of aspects.
Actually, Susie, I think all of these movies and all the messages that it's a good thing to actually start to become a little bit more aware. And if you look at something good, you get some good information. That is something that is researchable for anyone. So it's acting like an eye-opening thing. And it's very important because I had a feeling for my entire life that there's something off here. Can't put my finger on it, but I know it's something off. But I took my stand against getting into reading politics and things like that because I was sensing that it doesn't connect together. But it does because we did choose to come here, so we are living in it, right?
Right. And we don't get into that aspect, so we don't debate that aspect. But
no, we don't.
Everything is linked, and through these documentaries, you can see how everything is linked together. And what Janet does is she just beautifully, everything just seems to flow nicely with her documentary as well. And hers is, I'm trying to think of where that link was, prepareforchange.net, I believe. That was hers.
Yes.
And if you're kind of sick and tired of what's out there on the TV and, maybe you're looking for something different, Ann and I would both recommend both of these one's the movie or document. They're both really documentaries. We would highly recommend both of them. Okay, so that was last week, which was interesting.
Yes.
And then this week, we are going to get into some angel numbers. And if you're on the board and you want us to take your call, don't forget to press 1 so we see that you want us to take your call. So we're on the last of the angel numbers. So we had done 1 through 4, and the last one was going to be 5. So let me just get to some of my information. So with 5, I don't know if you want me to kind of skim through any of the numbers. If anybody wants to hear. Okay, I was going to say they can also go to the past episodes. Let's see. So angel number 111 is a powerful number of manifestation. It carries the combination and attributes energy to number 1. 1 is the karmic master number. 1 resonates with assertiveness, independence, uniqueness, motivation, new beginnings, and striving forward. And these angel numbers Ann and I talk about are Joanne, right? That's Joanne. I never fully get that with. Yeah, if you just want to look up information with regards to angel numbers, just Google Joanne angel numbers and that'll come up. And then 222, that's an energy that appears triple, of course, making 222 powerful vibration. It carries the attributes of 2 and 22, the master builder number that resonates with ancient wisdom, vision, idealism, transformation, influence of faith and trust and encouragement, attainment and success. So those are just some of, I'm just trying to run through some of the attributes with the numbers. 333 is about communication, freedom, adventure, exuberance, inspiration, creativity, easygoing, the visionary, humor, energy, growth, expansion, and principles.
Yeah.
And then 444 relates to illumination, productivity, building solid foundations, stability, ability, honesty, and inner wisdom, determination. So each number have their own unique energy, so to speak. And
yes,
these specifically, when you start seeing numbers, as Ann and I have talked about in the past, when you look them up, you start to get an understanding of why you're receiving that message. Because we tend to see numbers in many locations, and we tend to see the same number. And it's a great idea to understand the message you're receiving and where you're at, even vibrationally where you're at. Did you want to say something?
Yes, exactly. Yes, because, many years ago I was showered literally in numbers, and that was very fun, but I saw 555, 666, 333, 111, all the time, and 1111, 2222, because we here in Sweden we go by the clock as 24 hours. So when it goes past 12 noon, we start to see it as 1 p.m. for us is 1300, so to speak.
Right.
So 1313, a lot of numbers. And it takes a while sometimes to really grasp what the angels want to tell us. But I started after some time to look around me to see anything else. If I could see a number on the card plate that caught my eye, I looked at the other card plate around.
Right.
And that gives a better meaning, because the other numbers around may not be 555 or 444 or 333. They can be something else. They can be 649, for instance, or 132, anything. So you can look up any of these numbers, because basically angel numbers, I sense, have a basis in ordinary traditional numerology, but it's also something that the angels are using to catch our attention, because when we do see the odd numbers or the even numbers, it's so obvious, and that's for the angels and guides to get us our attention, so that they can start to show us what they want to show us, because they can't speak with us. That would be handy, wouldn't it? If we could talk in the manner that we're talking right now. I would love that. And maybe when we have gone to the other side, so that's going to be a no problem, so to speak. But anyway, it's a good way to also journal. Why not write it up? Because it will make sense at some point. And also, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Is someone telling you something? Did you receive a phone call? Did you receive something in the mail? Whatever. What's occurring around you at that time when you see this? How do you feel? Did you think about something that made you happy? Did you think about something that made you sad a little bit? So everything is kind of a part of a clue when it comes to understanding the messages from the angels.
And to that, even, it happens to all of us who spot numbers, and to even today, we're continually spotting
Yes.
numbers. It's once
Yes.
it starts, it doesn't seem to stop. But the interesting part about that, when you spoke about journaling, is that when you journal that information and you're trying to piece it together, it just never seems to make sense at the moment. It can, don't get me wrong, it can happen, but it's only until you reflect, you go back just a couple months, and you review the numbers and what was occurring at that time. And listen, I understand about journaling. I fought against journaling for a long time. It drove me nuts. But I will tell you that the amazing aspect to that is when you go back and you read, not only what you journaled or documented, events that were occurring in your life, and you look at the numbers that you documented as well, it makes complete sense. It's only until we reflect back and then we understand, okay, this is what I was being told, and this is how it played out. And at the time, you just couldn't fathom it or figure it out, right?
Yes.
But boy, when you go back, it's like all those pieces fell into place. All those puzzle pieces fell into place. So yes,
it does, and even for us sometimes, because you can get messages in just about any way there is, right? It can come in any kind of fashion in any way. And I usually have dreams of loved ones who have gone to the other side. Some of them many, many years ago. But I know that it's always vivid dreams. They will always want to tell me something. And sometimes, because I'm very slow in the morning, so I have a hard time remembering the dreams. And I can see some things, and I try to write it up, because that's where the journal part comes in again, and that's important. You don't need to write a book. You need to put in some things that make sense to you so you remember. Anyway,
right.
I'm not going into every detail here, but I had my grandmother coming to me in a dream, maybe 2 months ago, 3, I don't really remember. She was showing me a document with some substances on them. And I didn't remember, because substances have difficult names, right? So
right.
I just saw that they started with the letter M. So I kept that with me. And it turned out that she wanted to tell me something about a medication that a friend of mine actually started to take. So that's, it's kind of, when you see that in the back mirror, so to speak, it's giving you chills, because it's even if we are experienced like I am and Sue are, it's always that very special feeling when you see that, oh, now it makes sense. Now I understand.
Right. It's
now I get it.
Confirmation. Right.
Yes,
it's confirmation.
I just have something else to say to everyone here. I also did post on scrollsofthesoul.com/live, scrollsofthesoul.com/live. There's a very good site that Sue talked about. It's Joanne Sacred Scribes. She has angel numbers, and the link is in our chat room at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. Your turn, Susie.
No, I'm glad you did it. I just always, in the back of my head, Joanne is what always sticks out. So I'm glad you grabbed the link and put it up there. All right, so let me go through the final one, which is 5. Okay, so the last in the series we were doing was going to be the 555. And that number and its attributes and the vibration speak of making decisions, life choices, personal freedom, individuality, cleverness, intelligence, adaptability, versatility, life lessons through experience, and resourcefulness.
Yeah.
So there's quite an expansion. As you can tell, as you go through the numbers, you kind of can see the growth that starts to occur. And like Anne said, she put up the link on our information on the live in the chat room
page.
Yeah, Angel Numbers website. Sacred Scribes Angel Numbers, right? Is that what you got up here?
Yeah.
Angel Numbers, Joanne.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if you're interested, Anne's got it up on our site. And so that was the last of that series. Now the next one, I'm going to have to do a little bit of homework on, which is going to be numerology. Anne's been doing this one a little bit longer than me. So maybe before
thank you. No pressure.
Move into the bottom of the hour, just give an idea, just a little idea to the audience about numerology and numbers, if you could.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh, it's my time to talk. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And basically, numerology can show you a lot of things. There are many ways that you can calculate numbers to show your life path. I'm not going to go so deep into that part right now. I'm not an expert, but I love numbers, and I'm seeing them all the time. And I do actually put one and one together sometimes. That was fun, wasn't it? I made a joke. Mm-hmm. So if you basically, I think it's very connected with angel numbers in the sense that you can see, for instance, we talked about 555 today, right? Five
right.
is a number that comes, if you think of number 4 as something that's the square, the room, you have started to build something and you have come to a place when everything is stable because the 4 is a stable number. Then mm-hmm. you are proceeding also to build, and that's where the 5 is coming in. You are adding things, kind of thing. So it's very interesting, and each number, of course, have their own attributes, and as everything else we talk about here, we also say that everything has a polarity. So if number 1, for instance, is seen very often as a new start, a new beginning, you start from scratch, you are first off, so to speak.
Right.
That number, I lost track, Susie, I'm sorry. I think I'm talking.
Well, I think it's a dominant number. It speaks about individualism, self,
yes, yes,
happiness, fulfillment, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Each one, like you said, each number has its own attributes, but there's a method that you use, like a calculation, right? When doing
actually,
these numbers.
I remember what I wanted to say, because it's like everything goes in cycle, and we talk about polarities, and that was where I lost track, I think. So polarities, if we have, for instance, a number 1 life path number, we can use that in a way that's not suiting us, or in a more positive way that is helping us. And numerology also is going in cycles, number 1 through 9. And when we have gone through years from number 1 through 9 that are different for all of us, depending on when we are born and our names and everything like that, we come into a new cycle of 9 years. So it's an ongoing thing all the time. It's very intriguing. But also right. When you see numbers outside, you can think of this angel numbers to look at them in the sense of numerology. So if you think it's
right.
hard to remember angel numbers, you can just think of numerology, learn the first 9 numbers, and then you can have a sense. Because if you add them into 2, in numerology they talk about master numbers, right? So 11 is the first master number. We have 22, we have 33, and they are also adding up until 99 and forth, so to speak. So if you see angel numbers, you can think of them as some sort of master number, but also having that vibration and energy that is contained in that specific number. If it's a double number, then that is a double energy. If it's a triple number, it goes 3 times. Did that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. But we may have to explain that a little bit more. I just wanted to kind of touch on that because we were going to start that series next month. So I've got a little bit of a self-educating. Anne has done this a little bit longer than me. So I started to do it, but
it's not so hard actually, but there are different ways of calculating the numbers, and the easiest one is to just calculate the year you were born with the month with the date, so to speak, and you add if you write up every number, you add them with a plus until you come up to some with just one number. If you don't stumble upon a master number, then you leave it with a double digit. But you always want to come down to the 1 digit. That's how you do it, basically. So we can talk about that next time. How about that?
Yeah, great idea. All right. It looks like we're moving into the bottom of the hour, so I will have you take that part, and then we'll take on some phone calls, and if anybody's in the chat room, we'll do that as well.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you, everybody, for listening in and calling in, and we will be with you in a little bit. And if you haven't called in yet, now is a great time to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number, and if you want to talk with us, don't be shy, press 1, so you will be placed in the queue. And on today's show, we are talking about angel numbers. What do they mean, and how can you interpret them? Part 4, and we are sliding in a little bit towards numerology. Plus, we take your calls for questions and free mini readings live on air. If you'd like to connect more personally with me, Anne, or Sue, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And you can always listen live and text chat with us during the shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if we have any links or anything that we want to share with you, we post it in the chat room on scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And we usually keep it there for a week until the next show, so to speak, so that you have time to go there and listen in. And next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, June 25th, with Soul Sister Show, and we will be holding open lines. That's our favorite right now, right? Yay! We are having the intention to spread light and love to you all, and we will talk about how to manage difficult times in a spiritual way, because right now it's kind of a challenging time around the world. And we take your calls for questions and mini readings live on air. We'll be on 10 a.m. Pacific in the U.S., 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece in Europe. And you can always keep yourself updated on our shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. scrollsofthesoul.com/upcoming. And we are alive, calling Worldwide Radio, broadcasting today from Arizona in the U.S. and Stockholm, Sweden in Europe. And also, once again, you can always listen live and text chat with us during the shows at scrollsofthesoul.com/live. And if you haven't called in yet, now is a great time to call in at 213-943-3587. 213-943-3587. International callers dial +1 before the number and press 1 if you want to be placed in queue and talk to us live on the show. You can visit us on YouTube. Just search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio directly on YouTube. And if you like us, please help us out and subscribe. And also, if you want to, you can share so others can find us too. And on YouTube, you can find full episodes of past shows and also some teasers of upcoming shows so you know what's coming in the future. And I think I'm ready, Susie.
Okay. Is there anything in the chat before I move on, or no?
Yeah, we have a question in the chat room. Actually, I have to go in again, but we have one, and that's Lil Fairy. Lil Fairy, if you can hear us, I know that you always listen. This is for you. Lil Fairy is saying, hello, Anne and Sue. Hope you are doing well. I'd like to ask if you pick up any connection between me and this guy with initials SR, please. I spoke to him on the phone a couple of times lately at work. The organization for which I'm working temporarily works with the company where he works. Thank you. And
a little bit of a romance question here, huh? I'm actually gonna pull a card for her real quick. Well, in the romance card, I've got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So that's quite interesting, little fairy. Are you sensing that between you and him? If you can, answer in the chat as soon as you can. And I'll do a, it looks very romantic. So there's a lot of romantic energy here.
Yeah, Lisa actually says I sense a connection.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have something too. I actually have the same. I don't have the same card as you have, but I do feel that this is something that has the greatest possibility to come into a committed relationship, and actually that there's a very strong connection. It's all professional talk, Lil Fairy says here. Yes, I do understand, but I think that sometimes people are a little bit shy and people want to appear, honorable at work and, not blending in feelings and stuff like that. So I feel that this is something that feels to be at the works. So I do have a feeling that I have the same feeling as you have, and also that this is a very deep and strong connection. So I think that the connection is going to lead this thing a little further on. I hope that makes sense, Lil Fairy. and also...
Go ahead, Anne.
Yeah, do you want to say anything more?
I was just going to say, is there some flirting going on here, even though it's professional? Is there some undertones of flirting through this professional conversation? Because that seems to be happening. I don't know if you're both doing it or you're doing it, but flirting is definitely coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any comments about that. Yes, I do have the same feeling. And sometimes, when you are, it feels a little bit delicate at work. You don't want to step into things that can cause you some troubles, so to speak.
Right.
So just don't do anything you don't feel comfortable with. Just no flirting yet, but he seems happy to hear me the other day. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is
right.
really. Yes.
Yeah, I believe there is some flirting going on, but it's kind of subtle, and it will continue. It will surface more, okay, and it's going to become pretty self-evident. So
yeah, and actually, I just want to mention something else, and I saw Lil Fairy that the neighbor's cat is coming into your house daily, and you're feeding her, and you're happy to have her around you until you can adopt a cat. I'm so happy for that because cat
Nice.
seems to love you and all animals. But sometimes we feel a stronger connection to a certain type of animal, and that's fine. So maybe we did have that particular animal type in many lifetimes, and that's kind of common. I'm closely connected to cats, and it seems like they can understand me, and I can understand them. We don't speak the same language, obviously, because I don't say meow.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a connection, and it's like each other, even if you can't say the words as we know them. So that's
Right.
beautiful. I'm happy for that.
Oh, good. Oh, that's very good. Okay. Are you ready for some phone calls, Sissy?
Absolutely.
All right. Let me see who's been here the longest. All right. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, hi, Soul Sisters, and hi, ladies.
Melissa?
Colorado.
Hi,
girl.
Melissa.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi, I learned a lot about numbers, angel numbers. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. I did. I have another specific question from another different issue.
Sure.
And I know the other one is in progress. But this is another issue. There was a gentleman where I knew I don't know how to say it, but he starts with the letter R, and I want to communicate with him because there's a miscommunication where he took he kept something that is mine. It was never a relationship. It was a friendship, but no, I never had any interest in any romantic way. I know he's a bully, and I want to know if he is has he calmed down already. It's been close to a year, and I'd like to communicate, please, so I can see about getting what you have that is mine. I don't. I'm trying not to be afraid, but I just want to. I don't know what do you see in that? Is it time? Is it time? Is this person already calmed down? I know that he has negativity around him.
Well, I have something about you. You actually. About your own personal power and strength. What I guess the best way to look at it would be your own soul's power, and for yourself, okay, for your the true essence of who you are. There's a spiritual side here that's coming into place for you, and I want you to do things that feed your soul, that are good for you, and to follow intuitively your instincts here, because you've had a lot of growth, you've had a lot of soul searching, a lot of spiritual growth, and you're continuing to seek, right? But
true.
But there is kind of a negative thing. And I'm not so much saying it about this person, but there is an energy that vibrates at it, a negative, and that I want you to continue on your path for your spiritual well-being. What's good for you? Continue seeking, because you are very strong. There's a lot of guidance around you, but you don't necessarily listen, and I want you to start listening, because you have that internal fight that goes on in your head, right? It's between the head and the heart, and I want you to listen to your head on this one, okay? Listen to what you're hearing, because there's a certain amount of protection that comes with that. And then there's the gut instinct as well that kicks in. So you have a gut instinct on this. And I need you to follow your gut on this. Don't waver between, things that might seem kind of good or improved. You have a gut instinct, and you definitely have that. I can't even think of the term. You have guidance here. Listen to the guidance, okay? Because it's coming in strong for you, if that makes sense. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm going to see if Anne has something. Anne, do you have something?
Yes. Yes, I think I actually can confirm. I'm seeing a lot of love, actually, but I sense that this love has to, it's coming from the outside, but it's also a love for self. That is something that is growing at this point, and that's very good. And as it comes to your question, I do sense that there are some negative influences that's surrounding this person that you asked about. I feel that he may be a good person. I mean, as a basis, as a foundation, but he feels to have come to a different point in his life than you. So I sense that mostly what Sue is talking about is that it's good for you to not get involved, to just observe. You can talk to him, but don't get yourself involved, because that would be draining for you. I don't know if that makes sense for you, because I see that there's some kind of justice and also some judgment coming. And that may sound bad, but it's not bad. Like always, we have both polarities to think about. So we can take any kind of energy and use it and work it in the way that would suit us. And I feel that this time, it's time for you to prioritize you, showing yourself that kind of self-love, because you are an extraordinary person. You have come very far. You've grown much. But also have him a little bit so that you don't step into his drama that's continuing to go on around him. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll try to say it in a good manner. Does it make sense?
Everything makes sense to me. I'm learning. It makes sense. I got you on that. I got you both on what you're saying. And I don't want to be in there. I just want to see if he has peace, so he can return with a smile.
Yes.
That's my goal. Do you?
Yeah.
What do?
And
please, thank you.
Right.
Sometimes
the hardest things on this path is when people we love, we care about, we need to just release them a little bit so that they can resolve or do whatever they have to. Because it's like if we are continuing to holding them, we support each other, we do, but we can go over the top sometimes, and especially if we are empathetic, we kind of hold the other person under the arms and we want to fix it for them. But the thing is, we can't fix anything, basically. We can fix it for ourselves, and by that we can be strong and we can radiate what we have from ourselves, and that in that sense be supportive. But we can't do anything for him. I see that there are a lot of things going on around him, a lot of things. I have a good feeling in the end, but I can't really say how long this will take before things settle and calm down around him. So just be there, but don't step into it.
Well,
Make sense?
It
makes sense. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Go ahead.
Melissa, so there's something of value that you're wanting back, right?
Yes. It's my two fairy friends. That's my fairy friends.
Yeah. This is another one of those kind of tough. You radiate this really great light, and unfortunately, when you do that, you don't always bring light with you. I mean, not that you don't, but you attract all energy, and
True.
this. So, as your own personal protection, because I want you to do some protection work here for yourself. I want you to look into self-protecting on a spiritual sense. There's many links out there as far as calling on your angels and asking for protection. I feel you need that on a spiritual side, just to keep kind of that little bit of wall up between you and what might be negative, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense.
I can't answer when something will return. I don't know if it will, but I think right now on the spiritual side, for your own spiritual hygiene, please look up protection. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there are a lot of prayers you can say to keep yourself protected against anything that vibrates that doesn't fit well with you. If that makes sense.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I'm going to do all that. If you don't mind, just one thing quickly. I think
quick,
to find
girl.
out.
I got to pick up some other calls.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just real quickly. Please. I found out on the last issue that I talked to you about. All these group of people, they end up getting him feared that he ended up moving away from his home, and that he wanted to leave the country. I sense that I think already the laws coming into that place where I was. Is that true? That's all.
Remember we said to take a step back so that everything. There were legal issues. There were people,
yes.
Many people involved, the public. That's all going to take place. You just needed to observe. Remember, we wanted you to step away from that, to just observe.
I'm out of the fight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It'll happen. It's coming. It'll happen. I don't have a time on it, but I know it's coming because there are many moving parts with it,
Thank you.
So
it's been a
you're
blessing,
welcome.
ladies.
Well, you are too. You are.
Yes,
Thank
you are.
Thank
you are, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Keep in touch.
You. Yes,
Bye,
keep in
Melissa.
touch.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Sissy. Moving on. Hang on. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello. My name is Philson. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Connie, can you repeat that again? I didn't hear you. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Philson, and I'm calling from Columbus. Yes.
Hi, Philson. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You're doing pretty good.
Hi.
What can we do for you?
I wanted to know if you guys saw anything really up to as my loved one.
You seem to be cutting out. Can you make sure you're close to the phone because we didn't hear that?
What's coming up for me in love?
Okay.
Coming up
in love.
I may actually, if you don't mind, Sissy, if you think you can grab that first.
Absolutely. Is it Wilson? I didn't hear that exactly too, so we're not going to.
Gilson.
Okay. Gilson. Hi, Gilson. So this is Anne speaking. Are you in a steady relationship or are you looking for a relationship? Just one question.
I'm looking for a relationship.
Okay. So what I'm seeing around this, that I feel that there is something out there. I can't see anything at this very moment, but on the other hand, this is not the best time to find someone. And sometimes also we just think that and all of a sudden things happen. But it feels like at this time, at this very moment in your life, it's a good thing to just reflect If anything of this that's going on has ever any stain of positivity, is that we have time to spend with self, because we did get a lot of more time for self. So the world is not functioning as it usually is. So have a look at how you think. I'm getting the message here that maybe you need to release some things, perceptions and ideas that you have around how a specific partner should be. And that's only for the positive, because we do have, I've had that for many times too. And, I always said to myself, no, I'm not. I don't judge, I don't think, I don't do. But each time you are meeting up someone, it's something that feels familiar to you, because you are attracting the same. And if you can just use this time, work yourself through that, have a real close look at how you feel, what you're thinking, and just go ahead, release the past. I do feel that you are in that process also, so it's not going to be taking a very long time. And once you do that, you will have a very different energy. You will radiate something very new, and that will make you attract something that's brand new when it comes to love. And that's beautiful, because that's usually what we are asking for. We don't want to repeat the past. We want something new, but that also comes with the little work that we just have a look close within. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense. I've been doing
it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so we see what Sue has.
Philston, I've got a question. So rather than pull a card, I actually did dowsing for you, and of course asked the romantic question. But could I ask you, have you had people around you tell you there's a toughness about you? Are people intimidated? Is there people feel intimidated near you?
Nobody's ever told me that, but they do say that I'm quiet. I do usually spend a lot alone.
Yeah, so here's what I wrote, okay, and it doesn't. I don't know if it means something to you or not. I wrote harshness, tough, and softness. So they don't mean anything to me. I don't know if they mean anything to you. There is a softness. There is a perception about harshness, and maybe it's misunderstood. You are quiet. Yeah. I asked the romantic question, but that's what I got. So I'm wondering if maybe there's a misjudgment here. You're misunderstood because you are quiet.
Yeah. I guess I do a bit of a guard up.
Yeah. Go, Anne, you were going to say something?
Yes, I also have something to say here. And even though we sometimes don't see that, we are perfect as we are. So we don't need to adapt. But that's what we are told to do, and that's what we try to do, sometimes lifetimes. So there's no exception actually for anyone. And we just try to, because that's how we are taught. We're told. Wherever we come from, wherever we live in the world, it's the same all over the place. There are unwritten expectations and rules, and there are, of course, fast rules. But you are perfect as you are. So just grow yourself as you are, and then you will start. I think that's a part of what I said before and what Sue is saying too, that you just have a look at all these things, come to the conclusion and know that you are perfect as you are. And then when you come to terms with that part, then you will radiate someone who is a match to you. Because if you try to adapt to something that is familiar, or you think this is what's supposed of me or whatever it is, and many of these thoughts are unconscious, So don't judge yourself, just be aware. And once you are aware, that's the time when you change that. Because you want to attract someone who is perfect for you, who sees you exactly who you are. If you are the quiet type, that's perfect. You're perfect.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't mean it to sound like a negative. Don't get me wrong. These are just what was coming
No, I
out,
know.
and I think there's a misperception about just because you are quiet. So people have those judge a book by its cover type of thing.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. They do.
Yeah. Right. So, and I think that happens. So there's been a lot of not really understanding you because people have that first perception and how they view. But like Ann said, you are perfect just the way you are. And I know you asked for a romantic question. Sorry, I didn't quite give you the answer. It's just what came through right now.
Yeah.
But
that's okay, Sissy. That's okay. We
right.
just say what we get. But I do have a strong feeling this is not a process that feels to take a lot of time for you. So as I said before, the benefit, if there is any, of this strange situation and weirdness that are going on is that we have time and we have the time to look at self. And therefore, we are also, even if it looks crazy, we are in the process of changing within as well. So it can feel uncomfortable sometimes, but it's not. If you just look at it and don't resist it, it's going to move along very nicely. And after that, there is someone that will stun you, and you will feel like you are a match to each other.
Okay. Thank you. That's
Yeah, sorry about that, Philson. It's what comes through. It doesn't necessarily. You don't necessarily get the answer. The questions are asked for. You don't necessarily get the answer. But on a final thing, I will give you one thing that has me kind of curious. There's a lot of ancient wisdom with you here. There's a lot. Is there something? There's something that you like to study that goes back, really far, because there's an energy here that goes back a long time with you.
Yeah. Sometimes I do like to study history, like pre-biblical history, the occult.
Okay. Yeah. You have that. And you can use that to your advantage, actually. In the future, just like I've got to grab some other calls, but just think about that statement. You can use, because that's very attractive.
Yes,
the brain. I think the brain is very attractive, and philosophy and conversation and meeting someone who can meet you at that level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of wisdom. Okay, listen, I've got to wrap this up and grab some calls. Let us know, keep us informed on how things are going.
Okay. Thank you. I will.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Yep. You too. Good luck.
You too. Thank you so much. Good luck.
All right. Yeah, I had a deck of cards, Sissy, in my hands, and that one actually dropped out, so that was interesting. I didn't mean to pull a card. It just dropped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens. Right, and when that happens, you have to look at it because it's a message.
Right.
It's a sign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is. Okay. Moving forward. Let me see who's next. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi there. This is Gigi, and I'm calling from California.
Gigi from California. Nice to meet you, Gigi.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Hi.
What can we do for you?
Let's see. I have been waiting on a sum of money to be processed, and it's been quite delayed. I wonder what you pick up in terms of when I will be receiving that.
Like the lottery? No, just kidding.
Okay.
I wish we can all do that when it comes to the lottery.
Why not?
Yeah, right. All right. Is there right now, okay, so first thing I did was grab a card which said within the next few weeks, but there is a hiccup with moving through departments. Something about someone erred, made a mistake, and it has to go back to the beginning because someone, it's in the process, but somebody erred here.
Well, I found a mistake, and it took me 3 weeks to actually get them to correct it. And so that was the mistake that I wonder if you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and it would be enough to kind of screw this up, I guess, is the best way. So you did the right thing, and I got a card that actually said within the next few weeks. Actually, I'm seeing something like 6 weeks, quite honestly. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Because of the error. Because of the error. Is there any way you can push this along somehow?
Well, I have, people that I've contacted, and I thought that was actually going to really accelerate it, and apparently it has not. So I'm wondering if that 6 weeks is a result of what has happened already, that it was delayed 6 weeks more than normal, because to say that it would be 6 weeks longer would make it 18 weeks in total.
Oh, holy crap.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm going to see if Anne can add any more, and I'll see if I can kind of dig a little bit more.
Okay.
Anne, is there something else you can add?
Yes. Hi, this is Anne. I'm actually confirming, I'm getting the same basically as Sue already said. But I feel it's going to be well in the end, and that's quite not so it's not something to send you comfort right now. But I do also see that there is a delay here. But when things start to turn around, I feel it's going to be fast. I can't say actually a real timeline, but I do sense that it's going to be fine, if that is of any comfort at all. And keep talking to them. I also see, just like Sue, within the next few weeks. So I don't see 6 weeks like that, but if Sue said that, that's very, very likely and possible. So it may feel like things are not moving forward at the moment. So you don't really know who to talk to right now because you feel you have done a lot of things and it's not, you can't see any progress. But once things start to happen, it will be very fast. That's what I'm sensing around this. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, I think that's very true to form. Yes.
Okay. Keep on it, though, Gigi. Keep on the communication, if you can, and receive as many updates as you can. I did some. Is this going to acute interest in any manner?
No.
Like. No?
No.
Okay. All right.
But I have been told in another reading that I may be surprised that I may get more than what I expected.
Okay. Maybe that's why I'm seeing like an acute interest, because something compounding, delaying.
Yeah.
It'll be more, that's right, it'll be more than what was expected. So it just came out as acute interest for me.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I do sense the same thing. So I feel that once things are coming along and you see results, it's going to be fast. And there's a great possibility to get more than you have actually thought of. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Do you see that continuing to connect with the outside people that I've brought in to help accelerate this situation are the people that I might want to focus on keeping those open channels of communication, or the actual funder themselves? I mean, the actual funder is very difficult to get in touch with. So that was one of the reasons why I brought outside people to kind of intervene, because they seem to have more channels than I do.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's good to work on both. I'm sorry, Lucy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. Actually, I was going to say keep all the communicate as much as you can, because who's going to fight for you more or best but you?
True.
You know,
yeah.
we are our best advocates.
Right, but it is frustrating if you can't access them to talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Right. So like
anyway,
Anne said, communicate with those who are assisting you. Definitely do that. Continue doing that. So
and keep trying to find the people that are hard to find. Keep on trying to find them. Don't give up on it. But communicate, just as Sue said, with all people you have close to you, because they are going to fight for you. I have a feeling that they are fighting for you, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shall do.
Good luck, Gigi. Let us know. You know, we're on every week at the same time. Let us know. You know, we always like to hear back to see how things are going.
You
good luck
bet.
with all of it.
Thank you. And by the way, I hope you're enjoying Greece.
Yeah, I'm not in Greece, unfortunately. I long to go there. I'm in Sweden, and we are not so popular at this time, so even our neighbors doesn't want to have us. But I think they will open up for July, so I may have the opportunity. If I go there, I stay there for months. So I'm actually in Sweden right now. I would love to go to Greece. Have you been in Greece?
I'm actually of Greek descent, and yes, I have been.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yes.
Ξέρω και ελληνικά. Μιλάω και ελληνικά.
Ligaki. So anyway, I really appreciated your input today, ladies, and I will keep on keeping on.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
Yes, do that, please. Good luck. And
Okay.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank
you. So much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Well,
so
wow,
what
that was wonderful.
What'd you say in Greece that I didn't know? In Greek.
Yeah. What did I say? I basically just said that I'm speaking Greek. Μιλάω ελληνικά.
Thank you for that.
But she helped me to awaken my longing to go to Greece. I'm longing to go there. I long to go there.
I know you are. I know you are. It's going to happen. Okay, let me grab another call. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Greetings. This is David. I'm in California.
Hi, David.
Hi, David. How are you? You're in Cali, huh?
Yes, I'm doing okay, all things considered. I'm enjoying the show. I really appreciate what you say to the callers. And I'm going to throw something a little different at you. I don't need money or a man. And I'm kind of pretty clear on my determination that I want this to be my last lifetime. And I've done a really good job of living in a lot of places and paying for a lot of karma and saying goodbye to a lot of people. And I've kind of been stalled in the same place here for a while now. And I'm okay. I have a beautiful home and everything's fine. I'm just looking to see if there are any I's I need to dot or T's I need to cross if there's anything I've missed along the way or anything I need to be doing.
Yeah.
Wow. So
that sounds really great. And, you know, I always say, David, if I can pick and choose, I'm not intending to come back here either.
Right.
That's Anne's favorite
too hard.
statement.
Yes, that's too hard. It's too dense here. So
yeah, it's kind of a mess. But and Greece is beautiful. I agree. But even when you're there, you know, there's still trouble there too. So.
Yeah, it's all over the world. So
right.
It's just where you feel that your personality and your soul and everything, where you feel that you can just bring your roots down, kind of thing. So
right.
I think that's why I am longing to go to Greece. Really, it's in my heart. It will always be there. I'm born in Sweden, but I love Greece.
Right.
Okay. So, you know, as soon as you said that, David, I don't know what the hell this means, but I heard gat. Gat. I don't know why, but gat and art and culture. So is there something, you know, that specifically in the arena, in the arts or liberal arts arena, that you haven't done yet?
Mm-hmm. Not really. I mean, I lived in New York and worked on Broadway. I lived in Hollywood and I was a writer. I mean, I've actually done a tremendous amount of stuff. Right.
Dance seems to come really strong to you, so I don't know what that means. I know that was the first.
I'm sorry. You're not saying. Are you saying gas? GAS?
No. Dance. I'm sorry. Let me move the mic a little bit. Dance. GANCE. Dance. That was the first thing that came up, but I don't know what it meant. It's just what I wrote. Art and culture was another one, which clearly, you know, you've lived that. So I'm going to douse a little more and see what Anne has for you.
Thank
Anne?
you.
Yes. Hi, David.
Hello.
Sorry for my voice. I actually sense that you are in a transformation period. How nice is that, right? You've done that numerous of times. But it's actually, sorry for my voice. Hold on. Sorry for that.
You're fine. I love your voice.
Thank you. I just had to cough a little bit. It's not Corona, I promise. That was a joke. Anyway, I do have a feeling that you have everything covered in your life. That's how it feels. The only thing that remains for you, as I'm sensing it right now, is to fulfill the inner transformation in the sense that you just do what you really feel connected to. There's no need for you to struggle and do things that are supposed to be, so to speak, from family or whatever, you know, friends or society or anything. So I sense that if you just open yourself up to follow what feels guided, and that's something that feels very strong for you in each moment, that feels very good. It's like just continue the journey and enjoy the journey. I can't see that there's anything that feels challenging or bad about it. It's just sometimes we just continue, you know, just enjoy at this time and keep on radiating the wonderful energy you have, because you have a really wonderful energy.
Thank you.
Makes sense to you?
Yes, I'm meditating several hours a day, right? I mean, I'm not in a position where I have to work or go out into the world very much, and I'm fairly isolated by design and by my own choice, and I meditate several hours a day, and I'm doing my inner work. The only challenge of that is that I actually feel very connected when I'm in a meditative state, but then reconnecting to the world, that's when I actually feel lonely, if that makes any sense.
Yes, completely.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Anne. I was just going to say,
no, okay.
Everything you're talking about, especially in that meditative state, Anne and I completely understand what's what you're saying. But there is, I had 3 come up for you. I actually had a pyramid come up. Have you meditated in a pyramid?
Not in a pyramid, but I have orgone pyramids that all around my house, and I usually meditate with one right next to me. So I'm very, yeah. So yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
I have them all around me.
Okay, but you have the ones that you can physically handle and hold.
Yeah.
I'm talking about one in which you're under. There's an ascension here, and that ascension is going to occur when you're actually underneath one.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen them. Oh God, the last time I saw one and I was under one was when I was in school in Glendale, Arizona. My teacher happened to have one, and you can find them anywhere. But this I feel strongly for you because I saw the triangle, I saw 3, I saw the Trinity for you, and if you can, which you can find them, I know they're all over the place. Find one in which is made of brass, one you can sit under. And this, because you've reached your peak in meditation, but there's this higher ascension you'll take when you're underneath the pyramid. You know what I'm talking about, the ones that
I do.
You actually
I understand.
can sit under. Oh my God, they're amazing, absolutely amazing, and I can't speak enough about them. And yeah, if you're looking to up your game, that's going to be it for you. That's going to be it. So yeah, I would give that a try. I got everything that you could possibly do in the arts. You've done, and so there's, you're looking for something new, and this is going to be it. You're going to find a pyramid, and you're going to call me back and tell me how much you absolutely loved it.
All right. Well, that inspires me because I do feel like, I don't mean to be ungrateful, but I am kind of spinning my wheels with meditation because, while you're in a body, you can only kind of get so clear and so connected, and then you just kind of sit there and do nothing.
Oh my God! Wait till you get the pyramid. I'm not kidding on that. Wait until you get it. God, I'm trying to. You can find them anywhere. Just go on Amazon or just Google.
Right.
There's and you'll see them. There's the big one.
Yeah, it's actually a special name, but I don't remember that too. I tried actually to Google to find it. I know what it is. I have one myself, but it's very small. But I just Google it and you will find there are. I think that people even can make them themselves, but of course it's handy to buy a ready one, and you can actually sleep under one. It's huge. It's wonderful.
Yep. They're amazing. I had the most amazing experience years ago when I first sat under one, and I can't even describe it to you. It was unlike anything I'd ever done as far as meditation, and literally you're going to absolutely love this. It's just going to up that for you. There's that ascension that's going to occur. Okay?
Very good.
I'm actually excited. I'm excited for you because this one you're going to absolutely love. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. David, let us know when you get one. Yeah, when you get one, let us know how it goes.
All right. It was great connecting to you both. All blessings, and I look forward to our next communication.
You've got it. Blessings back at you.
All right.
Thank you, David.
Many blessings and much love and light. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it. I could physically see the breast. I even wrote down. I triangled it. Trinity. All this. I was, writing all this stuff out. So I'm actually very excited for him. And the 333 came up. I didn't get a chance to tell him the numbers. 333 came up for him. So that's exciting. I'm very excited for him.
That's a strong number. Trinity,
Oh, yeah.
3 times.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So, okay. Well, it looks like we're ready to. We got to get to the end of the show here, Sissy.
Yes, I know. You left me 5 minutes. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for interacting with us, calling us, and chatting with us in the chat room, and just interacting with us in general. And we're so happy and honored that you are listening to us. And on today's show, we have been talking about angel numbers. What do they mean, and how can you interpret them? Part 4. Plus, we have been taking your calls as well. And our next upcoming show here on Scrolls of the Soul Radio is next Thursday, June 25th, with Soul Sister Show, and we will hold open lines, spreading love and light to you all next week, because we feel that's very important. And we will be talking about how to manage difficult times in a spiritual way. We take your calls for questions and mini readings live on air, 10 a.m. Pacific, US, 6 p.m. London, 7 p.m. Sweden, and 8 p.m. Greece. And you can always listen to all our shows, the replays, at scrollsofthesoul.com/past, or why not go to YouTube, search for Scrolls of the Soul Radio on YouTube, and you can find full past episodes. Sorry for that. I think I've been talking too much.
Stumbling over your tongue?
Yes, I know. Yes, I am. Actually, I have to bite my tongue. If you'd like to connect with me, Anne, or Sue personally, you can find us at scrollsofthesoul.com/Sue or scrollsofthesoul.com/Anne. And we will be back next week, Thursday, June 25th. And do you have anything you want to tell the listeners before we end the show, Sissy?
Let me see. Really quickly, I just want to read something really quick. Love is the highest energy of all. We are born into this world with just pure love. During our journey here, we are shaped by circumstances, traditions, culture, family, and our experiences. We have free will, and therefore we have choice. Choices have consequences, and another way to say it is karma. Remember that it's non-judgmental as to judge someone, to basically say that you have the answer and they do wrong. I'm sure if I kind of butchered that, Sissy. Sorry. This is also very important to apply ourselves. Don't judge yourself. Love yourself. No matter what appears in our reality, it's coming from choices. And even if we can make others choose what we want them to choose, we have our choices to choose and respond. Sounds easy, right? I'm going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it there. Just know, love is the highest energy of all. I'll have to redo that one. So, angels watch over you all night long. That's my closing statement. You, Sissy?
Yes, and I always say love, life, peace, and joy to all of you, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.